team whatsoever.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what Skip has to say, but I want to go with Shannon first. You can think about this one. What do you make of Kelsey's comments?
Skip, what's the point? Okay, we know this is a division opponent. We know there's no love lost between the Eagles and the Cowboys. But let me tell you what this is about, Skip. This is about, for the longest time, the Eagles have been known for two things. They're known for the team that's in the NFC East that had no Super Bowls. They were the little brothers. They were the doormat. And their fans booed Santa. Yep. That's what the Eagles were known for. Everyone else in that division had three or more Super Bowls. And people still talk about those teams in higher regards than the Eagles, although the Eagles are the last team to win a Super Bowl from that division. Okay, fine. You don't like the team, Skip? Hey, having an intense rival. I played with the Steelers, and I played in Denver. Played with the Ravens, and we hated the Steelers. Played in Denver, we hated the Raiders, and we hated the Chiefs. We knew we had Raider week. But Skip, I didn't every week. I didn't every time we play them have to, man, I hate the Raiders. Oh, they fans are fans. I don't care nothing about the fans. I don't even care if they show up. Forget them fans. Everybody fans. Not going to say everybody. And some fans are more unruly or obnoxious than others. Cowboy fans, Patriots fans, Packers fans, Steelers fans. Patriots more so since 2001, because I remember the time the Patriots, and you remember that too, they weren't very good, and you could, there were like 10 fans in the stands. But normally when your team wins, Skip, the fans get used to winning, and they, y'all terrible, blah, 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 blah. Like the Packers, Title Town, the Steelers, 6 Super Bowls, the Cowboys, 5 Super Bowls. So, I don't know what these millennials are talking about. They hadn't won in a very long time, Skip. I don't even know why you own them. You should have been left ship. But anyway, Skip, I don't get that. Why are they still talking about... I don't get Jason Kelsey. I don't get Jason Peters. Okay, they're the Cowboys. And yes, they're America's team, and I don't know how you get to be America's team, but it happened. In the 60s when they got the coin, term, maybe it was in the 70s.
It wasn't until 79.
Yeah, because in the 60s they were terrible. You know that.
Well, for a little while.
No, the 60s. They were terrible.
They were not terrible. They got an NFL championship game.
Once. Okay. But anyway, they lost. Told Coach Landry, I know they're not in the 70s, Skip. They had a little powerhouse. But it all ended on the catch. Once the catch happened, they went down the hill in the 80s. Right. And then the 90s, they rolling again. But what I don't understand, Skip, Jason Kelsey never said anything about this in 2014. He didn't say the Cowboys were terrible and all this and all that. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing like this in 2016. Now they're facing a little hardship. Now he come out, Eagles, boy, we hard, no, we blue collar, everybody blue. Stop it. You get an opportunity on Sunday to put your hatred on display and go ahead and smash them, which I expect you to do. But enough of this talking.
Everything Jason Kelsey said yesterday embodies, just enhances why I despise everything about the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have my entire life, because I have despised this franchise since I became a Cowboy fan in 1961. And just to be clear about this, within this division, the New York Giants, I respect, because they've always been about class and character, and there's never been a big incident between Cowboys and Giants. It's a very respectful rivalry. I do not like the arch rival Washington Redskins, but I don't hate them. Right. I don't disrespect them. Okay. I have nothing but sometimes fear and respect to the Washington Redskins. I have no respect for the Philadelphia Eagles, because to your point, the Philadelphia Eagles have been a longtime doormat of this division and a laughingstock of this division. And every time they get on a little bit of a roll, they're a bunch of front-running chest beaters who get too full of themselves too quickly and fall right on their faces. There is no way Jason Kelsey would have spoken out yesterday if my team hadn't fallen on its face on Monday Night Football. Probably right. That was the biggest egg under the circumstance my team has ever laid in my long history of rooting and trying to support my team. I told you I came in here Monday. I'm done, man. I'm out. That was the turning point of the 2018 season. And Jason Kelce knows this, so he's front running, and he's trying to stomp on what looks like their grave right now. And again, even his points are wrong-headed, because the first point is he's actually talking about this franchise, this organization that he hated because it's what they always stood for. It goes back to the lockout. We're going back to 1987 when the Dallas Cowboys were run by the great Texas E. Schramm. Tex Schramm, do you remember him?
I do.
Because most players in that era thought Tex Schramm was actually the behind the curtains commissioner of the league.
Right.
That he ran the league. And I covered him, and he did run the league.
Right.
So again, did he break the union, the players union in 19? Yeah, because all the Cowboys walked the picket line.
And the greats.
Tony Dorsett, Too Tall Jones, Randy White, Danny White. They just walked the picket line. And again, they played on a Monday night game that was televised. It was on Monday Night Football against Joe Gibbs, who actually beat them with replacement players at Texas Stadium. That was a low point for me as a Cowboy fan.
Yep.
But the point is, he's trying to lump that organization into the Jerry organization. Jerry Jones is the opposite of Tex Schramm. Jerry Jones, I know Mark Cuban owns the Dallas Mavericks, but the ultimate Dallas Maverick is Jerry Jones. He is anti-establishment. Yeah. He is against the grain. He is anti-league. He's everything that Jason Kelce should love about having that fighting spirit against the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then he talks about a lot of fair weather people from across the country just kind of fell in love because they're winners. The Cowboys, my team hasn't won a Super Bowl or been to Super Bowl in 23 years. So he's talking about a lot of old people, right?
Yes.
And again, I meet, when we take the show on the road, I meet a lot of younger people like in their 20s who wearing Cowboys jerseys, like in Cleveland maybe.
Right.
And I say, well, what is it? Like LeBron, right?
Yes.
He's a product of this.
Correct.
And I always say, what happened? What inspired this? And I just love the jersey. I saw when I was a little kid. I saw it. Loved the color on television.
What about the guy at the security that we walk past every day, Derek? He's from New York.
Loves them.
And I was like, hold on, bro. How you jump over the Giants, jump over the Jets, past the Falcons and the Saints and all these teams in between to land in Dallas?
That had a lot to do with the 90s, I think. 92, 93, 94, 95.
But he ain't that young.
No, he's not that young. But I think that's what won.
Yeah, but see, that goes to Kelce's point. See, when they were winning, everybody want to jump on the bandwagon.
This is new now. This is a whole different era. And again, it has a lot to do with the uniforms, but you can't tell me that people still hang on to the Cowboys because they're winners, because they really haven't been winners. So I don't know where he's going with that. And yet, trust me, when you talk about unruly fans, there's only one place, and I went to a bunch of games at what used to be called the Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia.
Terrible field.
And it was a terrible field and a terrible bunch of fans because they not only booed Santa Claus, they booed Michael Irvin when he had a career-ending injury, a back injury, and he's lying prone on the field, and they are cheering that injury, right?
There's no love lost between the Eagles because Buddy put the bounty out on the kicker.
He did. And in my days of covering the Cowboys back to, let's do the 90s, 80s, the people who ran the Cowboy tours would always tell, if they took a group of people to Philadelphia, as long as they were going to Washington or New York, no problem. Any other place, no problem. But when Philadelphia, they had one rule. You cannot wear Cowboy paraphernalia into those stands because them is fighting words.
Yep. Wow.
Somebody's going to want to fight you because they're going to get drunk. They're going to get crazy.
And if they're losing,
oh, you better be careful.
It has something it's because of you had that Cowboy jersey on, and they're going to want to fight. But, jeez.
Look, I don't want to stereotype all the Philly fans because I'm sure there's some great ones and some classy ones. But to me, as a group, they are the least classy fans in the National Football League. And Jason Kelce represents them. So congratulations on that.
Well, I mean, look, Skip, the Eagles are on the perch. They're the Super Bowl champs. The Cowboys are right now on some lean time. They're falling. They lost the last 2 ball games. And so, they're easy picking. That's low-hanging fruit. So that's all just Jason Kelce. But okay now, you know you got to play this game on Sunday. You're doing all this bumping them gums. You got to play on Sunday.
They all bump their gums.
So we're going to see. I'm going to be watching it, too. We got a case on that. We got a case.
We got no case.
Whoa. Time out.
You want Dallas? Yeah, I'll give you Dallas.
You don't better get your team, remember? Because I tried to get a bet.
I do now. He said that yesterday.
No.
I wrote off 2018.
No, it's okay.
You want them?
No.
You can have them.
Why would I want them?
Well, I don't know.
I would like for them to go on a nice little win streak. Because see, if they lose their next 2 or 3 games, we know they're out of the playoffs. See, I want to get that momentum built back up because there's nothing like when you like something's going to happen and then, oh man, and then President with Rev came in that thing and he sat down on his couch, you're like, Skip, if they win like 3 or 4 games, you will come in here. How about them Cowboys?
I already decreed on Tuesday morning they are out of the playoffs.
They might win 4
over
straight.
And out.
They win 4 straight. They right back in this thing.
At Philly, at Atlanta, Washington, New Orleans, Philadelphia, they're going to win those games?
Hold on, wait a minute. They got the guy that had the 3rd best and the 4th best QBR the last 2-3
got
years.
rid of the jersey.
No, he got the white one. He still got the white one.
Still got the white one.
Exactly. That's the most prestigious one.
We'll see if it comes.
Yeah, I know.
We'll see.
You think you're slick.
Well, Patrick Mahomes run away with the MVP award. That's someone.